What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time. DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Speaking of entertainment, today on the program, I'm talking to Celebrity Mouse. What? You've heard that name before? Oh, you know a little bit about Celebrity Mouse. Well, let's get to know a little bit more about Celebrity Mouse in the next few minutes, so stick around. This week's shows, my regular Friday night gig at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. It's the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. That's my one public show that I do every week. I know, on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, I'm doing private shows. A lot of weddings and corporate events and parties and birthdays and anniversaries. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff. I got proms coming up in April and May. Oh, I'm so stoked about that. All over the state. I'm so stoked. But Friday night is your time to shine. The public show at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. The Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Yeah, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. Friday night at the Rab, Conway, Arkansas. They got a full bar, kitchens open, pool tables. They got a pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try to make some money playing pool, I encourage you to check out the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Yeah, be there. 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the a.m. All right, that's enough intro. Let's get into it with Celebrity Mouse. Now, I got him on the Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version, I encourage you to check out the video version on youtube.com/user/KeysDAN and click the subscribe button. Do it. Go ahead. Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of thing. All right, let's get into it with Celebrity Mouse. Skyping Celebrity Mouse now. What's happening? The Celebrity Mouse is in the house.
What's up, man?
Tell me a story, man. Give the people an idea of who you are. We finally get together. It's been like months on end, man. We've been trying to get our schedules connected, and we finally get it down, man. You're on the What Makes You Famous podcast. The Celebrity Mouse is in the house. Tell me a story, yep, man. Tell the people who you are.
So I'm from Washington, D.C. I lived in Maryland, wrote my stay in Washington, D.C., went to school in Maryland and D.C. I went to elementary in D.C., and then I moved to Maryland, went to 6th grade at a school called Malton Elementary. And after that, I went to a school called James Madison in Prince George's County. That was in middle school. In 9th grade, I went to Frederick Douglass out Upper Marlboro. And then I switched to H.D. Woodson, where I graduated from in 2012.
Man, so, Celebrity Mouse, you got such a deep voice. It's like very bassy. Bass, how low can you go? Man, I've been to D.C., and from what I remember, I remember all the buildings. Yeah, it's very nice to see all the monuments and all the big, giant government buildings. But what I remember when I was a kid, I think I was only 15 or 16, the first and only time I ever went to D.C., and I saw kids banging on buckets, go-go music. Go-go music. Is that something that's still going on in D.C.? Is Washington go-go still a thing?
Yeah, so the crazy thing about that is they have down gallery plates. I don't know if you ever been there. They do a lot of like their own talents on the street, and people walk up and watch and pay them. But the go-go thing, it started around 2000. It been started, but it got real big around 2000. Then it went away. But now it's just coming back. Like a lot of people are beating their feet. That's what they call when they dance the go-go music in the clubs and stuff. A lot of rappers beating their feet. I don't know if you know who Black Fortune is, but he does a lot of beating his feet. He's a big star from the city. And like go-go really came back. Like it's making a name back for itself. And I think it's in other states now too.
Man, when I was there, it was the early 80s. Yes, I'm an old man. I'm 52 years old. I was there probably 82, 83, if I remember correctly. And these kids, it was 3 kids that were banging on 5-gallon drums. And I said, hey, what's your crew's name? And they said, we're the DC3. You know, I bet you if I would have gone another block, that would have been the DC3 as well. And if I'd have gone another block, that would have been the DC3 as well. I'm sure the DC3 was a pretty popular name for groups back then. But Washington Go-Go was something that I had heard about even in the 70s, the late 70s. And I was just a kid. I was 7, 8 years old, you know, when 79 came around. And I remember hearing about DC. And then I got the chance to go there just a few years later. And I heard about that Go-Go, man. So it's a musical town. People don't know that it's a musical town. There's stuff to be heard. But tell me about Maryland. That is like Washington adjacent. I know a lot of the government lives in Maryland, and then they work in D.C. Is that normal?
Yeah, so Maryland, when I was living there, a lot of people that lived in Prince George's County was from D.C. You know what I'm saying? So they would just live in the city, in Maryland, because their parents moved them there. But a lot of the friends that I grew up with in Maryland, they moved back to D.C. now that they're on their own and that they're grown.
Okay. Now, why? All right, let's go with Celebrity Mouse. You've picked this name as your stage name. You've gone through several different names, and this is Celebrity Mouse. Is this a certain kind of music? Because you've had other names. Were you playing different kinds of music on different kinds of names, or is Celebrity Mouse a certain kind of music?
So actually, the name Mouse came from me being H.D. Wilson. One of my friends, like, hey man, I was a new student, and he was like, hey man, he looks like a little mouse. Like in high school, I was like 4'9", real skinny, short. You know what I'm saying? I had a little twist in my hair. I had a real young baby face. Even now, I still got one. But after he said that, I started naming myself Mouse. And then when I started rapping, I put the celebrity part in front of it. And a lot of my friends hanging around me didn't even know my real name. They just called me Mouse. One of my friends asked me, he said, hey man, I know you for 5 years. What's your real name? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how that came along.
Well, that's what it is, man. So you could either get called names when you're a kid, and every kid gets some kind of bullying. Every kid goes through some kind of bullying, some kind of struggles. And either you could say, wah, 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 and cry about it, or you could be like you and say, oh, you're going to call me Mouse? That's right. I'm the Mouse. All right. Yeah. I'm going to get that cheese.
Yeah, because they had a thing called Joan. I don't know if you know what Joan means. That's something that was going on in D.C. So we used to joan on each other, and like he wasn't like trying to disrespect me enough, but he was like, "Hey man, he look like a little mouse." And everybody started laughing. I'm like, I'm gonna name myself Mouse. I put all my social media name is Mouse, and I named myself that. A lot of people don't know where that name comes from. A lot of people say, "Hey man, do they call you Mouse because you quiet? What's going on?" And then my friends be like, "Nah man, he ain't quiet." You know.
Well, that's what you do, man. You turned what could have been a negative, and you turned it into a positive. You made something good out of it, and that's fantastic, man. But you're playing music. Is that something you've always wanted to do, or is that something that came about? Did you always know that you had the gift of gab or the ability to write music? Because I know you have a style. The beat you have is kind of a trap beat, trap music, kind of electronic, maybe a little hip-hoppy here and there. But there's a lot of, I mean, what would you classify your music, Celebrity Mouse?
So I pretty much, when I was growing up in high school, I never wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? But I used to listen to Lil Wayne. A lot of people used to call me Weezy because I was like a big Wayne fan. I used to get in arguments over Lil Wayne, like, nah, man, he the best rapper alive. Somebody told me 8 and I would argue. But I never wanted to rap, though. I wanted to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? Like in movie films and stuff of that sort. And I started listening to The Light Show and Fat Trill and Shaq Lizzy and all of them. And I was just really inspired. And then, like, I put out a song. I worked on a song for like a whole year. My first song was called "Cause I Want To." And when I finally put it out, when I got in the studio, I wanted to listen visions. Man, that was the best experience I ever had. And I put out that song and I got 66 views. And I wanted to stop after that because I'm like, ain't no way I'm going to blow up. Then I put out another song, got 200 views. I put out another song, got 400. And then, like, now I'm up to like 5,000 views. You know what I'm saying?
It's nice, man. You put stuff out there and it gets some kind of traction. The best part is you put something out there. Yeah, some people go, I'm going to put it out there. I don't care. I'm going to post and ghost, and leave it alone. Don't even look at the comments. Don't even care. But most of us, we want we want to put something out there and have somebody say, hey, that's pretty good. That's something that's nice. But you were saying that you have a baby face, and yes, you have a baby face, one or another. But for people that are listening to the audio version only, I encourage you to check out the video version because you've turned that baby face. You've cultivated a look. You've got the dreads. You got the beard, the goatee, the full beard. You're a baby face with the manly features over the top of that face. You got hair everywhere, man. Tell me what made you want to cultivate this particular type of look.
So for me, the crazy part about it, I always had hair. When I was young, we used to go to church a lot, and I would stay with my grandmother. I got 4 brothers, you know what I'm saying? And all of us would grow our hair, and she would make the pastor cut our hair. You know what I'm saying? Because she would be like, men are supposed to have haircuts. So in high school, when I finally got a chance to grow my hair, when I moved up with my mother, she didn't care. So I grew my dreads up to about shoulder length. And I cut them. 12th grade, like right before I graduated. Man, I woke up, thought it was a bad dream. And what I did was I grew my hair right back. And I was like, man, I ain't never cut my hair again. So now my dreads are pretty long. I had them for 7 years.
Yes, the Liberty Mouse. I used to have long hair past my shoulders, and it was pretty long. And I used to have a next door neighbor down in Miami, in Kendall, and he used to have dreads. And he'd come over with his girlfriend, and we'd watch Bruce Lee movies or whatever, or Shaft movies, or most of the time it was some crazy movies from the 70s that we were watching. And he would have to oil his hair. Is that something you have to really take care of dreadlocks, right? Is there an oil? Is there a way that you have to take care of that?
Well, they have dread wax. They have a gel that you can use. They have beeswax. Pretty much a lot of people use gel, but they use the clear gel because it doesn't leave a color in your hair or residue.
What
the wax, the beeswax, the gel wax doesn't either. But the gel is more it's more common.
It looks very natural. I mean, it looks like it's way out there. When I was living in Miami, a lot of the Marley kids were there. A lot of Bob Marley's kids would hang out, mostly Ziggy and, oh my goodness, what was the other one? A couple of the other Marleys, I'd meet up with them at Guitar Center sometimes, and they go, hey, man, that's Ziggy Marley over there. That's Ziggy Marley. And you could always tell the Marley's kids because they always had a picture of their dad hanging off a string right there on their chest. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Their dad's right there. You imagine? It's almost like deifying, like making him into like a Christ-like figure. But that's how Bob Marley is in Jamaica, man. He's a god. He's a demigod. He might not be the god, but he's definitely a demigod. But tell me about, all right, you got this look, you got this style of singing, and you said that you like Lil Wayne. Your voice is completely opposite of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's got that, nah, nah, nah. He sings very high up there, and you got this bassy, really deep voice. Is that something that you cultivated? Because I know that you had to have come into that. When you were a little kid with your little baby face and they're all calling you Mouse, I'm sure you didn't have this deep voice in high school.
Yeah. Yep. The crazy part about it, I had this girl that had a big crush on me, and I was in 9th grade. And I used to say, I think one time I said Weezy, yeah, or something like that. And she was like, oh, that's so cute. You sound like a little baby. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm 28. My voice has got deep, So,
well, I
did like a real light voice at first.
Yeah, you've thought about doing acting as well as your singing. And I know you put out a lot of songs. If you look at your SoundCloud, man, you got song after song after song after song. Are you making all your own beats? Are you getting beats from somebody? You can give shout outs to people that have helped you along the way. And then tell me about, your acting career. If you've tried to pursue that, did you ever do any school plays or anything like that?
So my beats, I get most of my beats off of YouTube, but I can shout out some of the people whose beats I use the most frequently. Gimme Production. They got some good beats. They got like party beats. The song I made, Party in the Club, that one I got that beat from them. I made a song called Sworn from that beat from them. It's like a couple of beats. Some beats I haven't used yet that I'm working on a song for. They got some good beats. I don't know if a lot of people hip to them. I don't even know if they still making beats. I don't even know if they still making, but they was like coming out with some hard beats.
Well, that's what this is all about, man, is teaching other people how to become who you are. You get to a certain level, and then you got to start teaching the next generation. I mean, what is it that you want from being Celebrity Mouse? I know that you can make the music, and do you do all the music at your home studio, or do you have a place to go in D.C. or Maryland?
So I go to Listen Vision Studio. It's right across from Howard University, the college. They have some good. They got a radio show in there. They have you can make a platinum song. They give you mixtape deals. They have had some great stars in there, Shaq, Lizzie, Wale, things of that sort. They had their first start in there. You know what I'm saying? And they do shows for you. You could do the Howard Homecoming performance, and they just have a lot of opportunities at that one studio. That's the only one I've been going to. I first started off at a house studio down by close to my neighborhood, and that one was a good experience though, man. Like it was pretty much nothing different. I recorded in the closet, but they had all the equipment. You know, I just shut the door so the sound wouldn't get out, and they would play the beat, and I would have my headphones on and rap.
Yeah, some people for a minimum amount of money, a couple $1,000s, you can get yourself a decent microphone, a good mixer. As long as you have somebody with a good ear, man, that's not deaf, that knows how to mix all this music properly. Some people will mix the bass too low or mix the highs too high. You know, sometimes they'll let the guitarist in the band do the music, and all you'll hear is guitar. Or they'll let the keyboardist do the music, and guess what? All you hear is the keyboard. You know, so it's good to have somebody that's not in the band, that's not a part of it, that will help you to mix that music up. And it sounds like you have somebody to do that. But I've heard a lot of real good music that has been recorded in apartment buildings, in the closets. You just put some blankets up in the closet, put a nice microphone in there, make sure that sound is nice and dead. And you can make some if not high quality, you can put some really good demos out just to let people know, you know, what kind of things you can do. But it's good. It's good that you have people, and it's good that you have you're giving shout outs to the people that have helped you along the way. So Celebrity Mouse, man, tell people more about your journey. When you went to school in Maryland, and now you find yourself in DC. I mean, what do you do with your days in DC?
So a lot of people don't know, like when I first started my music, I would work a job to support my music, support myself. And I would get shows at like XO Lounge or little clubs around DC, but I would have to pay for the shows, you know what I'm saying? So it would just be for like experience, like putting myself out there. It might be somebody in the crowd that's watching that could sign me. Now I'm actually to a point where I'm getting a lot of views, and I'm known in DC. Like I could walk around and everybody knows me. And I got 20,000 followers on Instagram. That's where I promote my music at. You know what I'm saying? And my career really picked up. I'm still not to where I want to be, because I want to be way bigger than what I am. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely picked up. I never quit. You know what I'm saying? I kept putting out music. Even when, like, my family, like, man, don't put your all in the music and everything like that, I still kept going.
Well,
I actually did a song. I did a song with my little brother that's 11 years old. It's called Drip Too Hard. Yeah, we got a music video on YouTube, and we got a song. And I did 2 songs with my other little brother, Faith. And we got both our songs got like 3,000 views. Both are the ones that I did with him. Yeah.
That's excellent, man. Well, you got another subscriber on your YouTube page. I just put a subscription on your Instagram page. I mean, hey, you had 20,000, but 20,000.3. Now you got 20,000.3 plus 1. Yeah. So you're doing good, man. You're getting your name out there. I mean, some of these Instagram models that just show their butts and boobs out there, if they get 20,000, they're excited. And you're doing it with music, man. It's really hard to get out there and get that social media going. And that's what record producers and record labels, that's what they look for now. They don't. Man, I hate to say that. Maybe your talent would be second. They go, how many followers you get on Twitter? How many followers you got on Instagram? What's your TikTok look like? Hey, I'm trying to put some music out here. Can't you listen to my voice? Can't you listen to the rhythm? Can't you listen to the tune? No, I want to know what your social media is like. I want to know your reach. I mean, but you're doing it. You're getting it out there. You got people listening, and that's fantastic, man. You've already got it out on SoundCloud, and you got people listening there. That's fantastic too, man. So you're singing with your brother. That's cool. I'd love to have been able to sing with my brother or do anything with my brother, really. But man, we used to get into it. We used to mix it up a lot. You say you have a few brothers. Did you ever do some fighting when you growing up?
Yeah, we did a lot of fighting. Everybody's grown now, but when we were young, we did a lot of fighting. If we fight now, it'll be like a street fight, and you know what I'm saying? Because we're not kids no more, so it'll be like, oh man, we fighting each other like we somebody on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, so tell me, everybody's, most people got day jobs that support their night jobs, and that's a good thing, man. I say my day job is my insurance job, and my DJ job, that's my money job. My radio job, that's my money job. The day job that pays the insurance, which is really good, because you got to take care. Do you have a family that you're trying to support, 28 years old, or, have a relationships or anything that you're trying to support some people?
I actually don't. Not at the moment. I just got out of a relationship, and the crazy part about it, one of the girls I was dating, she had a miscarriage, so that would have been my first kid, but that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking anymore, but right now I have no kids, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, hey, this could be your dating app, man. Celebrity Mouse is single and available, but he's concentrating mostly on his music career. He's getting himself straight. I tell people a lot of times when I have the ability or the instance where I got to talk to kids, I'll tell them, don't get married till you're 30. All right. Get yourself straight, get everything formed, get your job and your career going, and then worry about, settling down. When you're 30, that's when your brain is finally fully formed. Before you're 25, man, your brain is still like not even ready to go yet. So you can do a lot of crazy things in your 20s. And I tell people, go do your crazy things when you're in your 20s. What kind of crazy stuff have you been into as Celebrity Mouse or otherwise, man? Have you traveled all over this country of ours and put out your music or whatever?
I actually have, and that's what I'm about to start doing. I'm about to start taking trips to other states. I found out that I'm known in other states, man. Like, I thought it was just D.C.
Heck
but
yeah.
I found out, like, other states know me, like, in different states. And it's like, I'm trying to get out of D.C. anyway, so I'm going to start doing, doing traveling just to see what's out there.
Yeah, guys, you said that you paid to get yourself on stage, and I know some people do that. Say you want to open up for Lil Wayne, and you'll pay a couple of $1,000, and you can be the opener, and that'll get you a lot of exposure. That's something that you have to weigh out yourself. But then the other way to go is a way that you're doing as well. You can go to open mics and get yourself out there that way. Have you done open mics, or are you actually doing shows where people are paying to have you as part of either as the headliner or as part of a festival? Have you ever been involved in that, Celebrity Mouse?
Yeah, I haven't. Right now, I do a couple of shows, but I'm looking for a manager. Because right now, to where I'm at, I had so this woman was trying to sign me, but she wanted me to pay $1,000 something, right? And that was going to cover touring, shooting videos for me, doing my studio time. All I had to do was pay that $1,000 and something. But I was thinking, like, I want better than that. You know what I'm saying? I want to get signed to a deal where they giving me money, because I know what I'm worth and I know how far I'm gonna get. I'm making it far without a manager. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I am looking for a manager, though.
Yeah, you know your worth, and then you add tax. I think that's something I've seen on the Instagram. Some of these Instagram models will put that meme out there. Know your worth and add tax. When you got to pay to play, when you got to pay somebody who may or may not get your career to another level, that's kind of sketchy to me. I mean, it was always, the record label would come at you and say, hey, look, we got $5,000 as an advance. Of course, that is a trap as well. that, you know, you got to pay that $5,000 back eventually, right? I mean, I've heard those stories before. Oh, we're going to pay you $1 million, but you got to pay for the flight and the hotel and the entourage, all the photographer and the videographer, and you got to pay for all that. And by the time you get that $1 million, you're down to back, you know, $100. That's all I got left. What? Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of tough, man. You know, you want a manager that wants to take care of you, and I hope you find one like that. I think the music business is still out there. It's still thriving. Have you talked to anybody? Because I know that there's a lot of music managers that I've talked to on this podcast even. The one that's coming to mind right now is 434 Management, and mostly they do a lot of promoting they're out of Texas, but I know that they do stuff with people all over the world. But, not that this is a commercial for them, but that's just somebody you could talk to. And then there's other promoters like Jana. Oh, my goodness, I can't remember her last name. But anyway, there's quite a few people that I've talked to on this and on this podcast. And I've gotten to know quite a few. And some people, you know, most of the people that I've talked to, I feel like they're on the level. But, you know, you worry that somebody's going to rob you blind, man. Have you ever had anybody that has promised you a bunch of stuff and then not delivered?
No, I haven't. Like, I haven't even. All of the managers is pretty much what you was talking about. They want to promote my music and stuff like that. But I'm like, man, I'm good without the promotion. I got fans now. I need to be doing shows now. You know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show I just got to keep working hard. And
well, I like that.
Myself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that you're with the recording studio that also has a radio show that also does regular shows. Do you because I like doing proms too. I DJ on the weekends and I have fun doing, you know, karaoke shows and, you know, club shows and weddings and whatever. But, you can do proms, and I can imagine, man, if Celebrity Mouse shows up to a school prom and starts, you know, DJ drop that beat and Celebrity Mouse starts putting those lyrics over the top. Oh, all those kids would go crazy. Have you ever had that kind of a show where people, have you had a show where people have given you a good response and you were able to connect with them a little bit?
Yeah, the first show I had was like, I was like nervous, but I was more worried that nobody in the crowd won't move. They don't know who I am. That was crazy how much people actually knew my soul. You know what I'm saying? Knew who I was.
Yeah, they don't know who you are when you first get on the stage, but by the time you get off that stage, they're going to know, oh, that's the Celebrity Mouse. And hopefully, if you got a DJ that has some video equipment, they'll put some video up behind you that says Celebrity Mouse, Bing, Celebrity Mouse, Bing. Let people know who you are, you know, because the kids are going to respond, man. The stuff that I've heard on your SoundCloud, it's quality. It's pretty good stuff, man. And you got that deep voice. Like I say, a lot of this podcast, I've been having some trouble hearing you because you have that deep voice. Your register's so deep. But hey, man, that's your quality. That's where Celebrity Mouse lives, right on that bass level. Now, your brother, is his voice higher pitched?
He has a deep voice too. His voice isn't the deepest mine for it. But the crazy part I was gonna say about SoundCloud is I don't have a lot of plays on SoundCloud, like compared to my YouTube. On YouTube, I only have 154 subscribers, but I got a lot of views. And my cameraman that I was shooting with, everybody's video he shoot doesn't get a lot of views, but he looked at me like, man, what are you doing to get all these views? Like, he couldn't even believe it. That was the last time I seen him. I think I had 2,000 views at that time.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to him since. I know he's probably like, bro, how'd you get all these views?
I saw one video's got 5,000 views, man. That means people are listening. People are checking it out. They're finding out about you. It doesn't amaze me that people know you all over the country and maybe even all over the world. You need to start traveling and getting that car of yours with that microphone and those lyric sheets and get on the road, man. Go be the Celebrity Mouse. Now, you do need somebody to go with you to kind of keep things under control. it's hard to do it by yourself. I remember I was DJing for a singles group that went all across the country and all the way back. I went from Miami all the way out I-10 to San Diego, up California, up to 15, out to 40, and I went all the way around, and I was all by myself. And I would meet up with these groups from town to town to town. It was hard on a body, and I was in my 20s. That's why I say, in your 20s, you could do anything. You're made of rubber. But if I was to try to do that now, man, I would die. I would die. But it's good that you're starting out now and getting yourself out there on the road. Do you have somebody that at least helps you promote, that somebody you can trust?
Oh, not for real. I mean, my cameraman. That's about it.
Well, that's good.
He's one of my he's a friend. So it's like he's like one of the coolest guys I met too. Plus, he's serious about his. He's even getting bigger. His name's DMV Lituation. He does interviews with big stars now, and he gets a lot of views, the recognition that he deserves. He's still not getting as much as he wants, but I know when he has that potential and that drive. So I know eventually he's gonna be big, one of the big cameramen out here that's shooting, good music videos.
No, that's excellent. All you need really is one friend. I think I have one friend from high school. I'm 52 years old. I met this guy in 1982, and I'm still friends with him. And that's probably my one real true friend, John Canada, forever and ever. He's been on this podcast before, and it's good that you have that one friend, and he's a cameraman, and that helps too, man, when you want to make those videos. I'm very visual. I like hearing audio. I like music, but I like whenever I do DJing, I'll put up music videos. So I want to put up some Celebrity Mouse music videos at the next show that I'm at. I guess after Christmas, because all I'm playing pretty much is Christmas music. but towards the beginning of the year, I'm gonna do a Celebrity Mouse music videos, and people are gonna go, huh, who's that? And I'll say, that's Celebrity Mouse. Check it out. That's my job as a DJ. We got to help each other, and it looks like you got people that help you. Who was that man that you kind of panned the camera over to for a second?
That was my friend Andrew.
That's nice. And so that's a roommate of yours or a friend that comes over a lot?
Roommate.
Very good, man. See, you got people that hang with you, and that you don't have to be alone. And that's a good thing. I'm glad you got people.
I'm living in a little rooming house right now.
Oh, okay. And what's the situation there?
Nothing. I mean, right now I'm just saving up money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend too much. I had I would spend all of my checks and be living by check to check. But this time, I'm trying to save some money so I can, because I got plans for my future and my goals. I have to have money to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing right now.
Hey, I heard that story a long time ago. You got to spend money to make money. And you already told me that you have some managers that are out there waiting, and maybe if you give them that $1,000, maybe there'll be a return on that investment. It's possible. That's, you got to check out that risk and see if, talk to your friends, talk to your family, and see if it's the right thing to do. I mean, some people are going to tell you you're crazy. You're going into music business. You're crazy. You're crazy. You should go be a doctor, lawyer, a plumber, something else, but the music business, you could be a starving artist, man. You may or may never make it. But if it's in your heart, if that's all you can do, that's all you want to do, that's what you're going to do, Celebrity Mouse. What do you think?
I know you know who Young M.A. is.
Young M.A. He's definitely one of the new rappers, man.
So I heard her saying one of his songs, some rappers are signed and broke. They living in the mansion with a nice car, you know what I'm saying? All over TV, but they still broke, And I didn't know what that meant at first, but then, I realized that maybe all of the, either the record label screwing them over or they screwing themselves over. They not putting out enough. They not living to the standards of the record label. So that's when I realized, even with 1 million views or 3 million views, you still got to work hard. You know what I'm saying?
I talk to people, sometimes they'll get that money. Maybe they come from nothing. Hey, we all started with nothing. When we're born, we don't have anything unless our moms and dads are real rich, and then they automatically give us that silver spoon. But I don't have a mom and dad that's rich. But you come out with nothing, and you try your hardest to get what you can. And man, you got to work. You got to work. And it sounds like you're working. It seems like you're working hard to get where you're at. But living simply is something that I started doing a long time ago. I don't need a lot of stuff. The more stuff you have, the more stuff owns you. You're right.
Right.
So, I mean, you got your phone, you got the ability to record yourself, microphone. I'm guessing you can make some demos at your house if you had to.
Yeah.
So, what kind of social media stuff do you do on the daily? Do you find that it's a daily grind that you have to? Are you on the TikTok and the Snap and I know you're on the Instagram and the YouTube, but do you do any of that stuff? That kind of other things?
Yeah. So I just created something on Snapchat. I just created a Snapchat. I'll be posting stories on it. That'll just be pictures of myself though. And what else? Instagram, I haven't posted nothing on there in about 2 months, but I'm gonna start back posting on there.
Yeah, that's the thing about that social media, man. If you don't keep up with it, it dies. People forget about you. If I don't post every day, people are gonna forget about me. That's what that's something that you got to think about. And I'll never post. Well, I hardly ever post anything about my family or even my friends. Mostly it's all business. It's all music. It's all, whatever's going on. What show am I doing? Be there. How much the tickets are? What's it going to be? Do you have a regular place that you go that people can come and see you?
I don't know, man. Like right now it is crazy because like I don't have like a particular place I can go where everybody can see me. You know what I'm saying? But I do have like a lot of people, like the DC just knows me. You know what I'm saying? So like I could be going anywhere and I would get recognized by a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have like a particular place where people will like pull up on me and things of that sort.
Well, I mean that could be good and bad. Some people want to be able to put a hat and some sunglasses on and have some kind of anonymity. I know there's some DJs that'll put a mask on while they're DJing. There's another mouse, I guess. He just puts a mouse hat on and he goes and DJs and nobody even knows who that mouse is because he always wears a mask, right? Isn't that Modest Mouse? That might be your brother, Celebrity Mouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just, some people, you have definitely a look that when people see you on the streets, they're going to go, oh, that's Celebrity Mouse. Let me go get his autograph. Let me go get to know him. Let me go get a selfie with him. You'll become a product. Is that something you're ready to do?
Yeah, definitely.
He's ready for that, man. He's ready to go get his pictures done.
Yeah, but that's pretty much now, though.
So people come up to you and say, "Oh, I got to get a picture with you," and they just want to touch you. They want to be with you. They want to be around you.
Yeah, like I don't even be used to it sometimes.
It gets crazy sometimes, man. I was in South Florida when I was a young man like you, and I was on the radio, which is not, I got the face for radio, but when I would go to concerts, a lot of times the guy up on stage would go, "Hey, there's KeysDAN from Radio 105.5. Check him out." And I'll be like, "Uh-oh, hey." And I pretend I'm embarrassed, but I'm really happy that I got recognized because that means I have a job and somebody might pay me enough to get my rent paid. And that's pretty cool. But you're saving up your money. You're saving up to go someplace. Where do you think you're going to go?
First place I'm going with Miami.
Miami?
I can go there now, but I'm just trying to make sure everything is straight. But that's the first place I'm gonna go. Then I want to go to Cali. I want to go to Las Vegas. But a big trip I want to make is France.
Where?
France.
France.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you want to go to France? France is beautiful from what I understand. I've never been there, but tell me about France. Why do you want to go there?
My favorite artist, Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa.
He had a day today out there, and like it was just like I don't know, it just made me wanna. He was just partying the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, but it's actually like I want to see what their culture is like. I want to, you know what I'm saying, just see because I know it's gonna be way different than DC, way different.
Well, I think you're on the right path, man. I'm born and raised in Miami, South Florida, the Florida Keys, which is where KeysDAN came from. Keys, Florida Keys. I get it. And I spent a lot of time on South Beach in the clubs. And people, just like you, would come through, Pitbull, Vanilla Ice, Slip and Slide, Twista. People would come through the clubs. And even Shaquille O'Neal. Hey, can I get the mic? Oh, yeah, you can get the mic. Bam. I got skills. I got skills. It's cool when people come through, celebrities like that. But you can meet a lot of them down there in Miami. I'd say that's a good place to start. And I talked to a young lady yesterday or a couple days ago here on the podcast, and she's in Vegas. And she says Vegas is pretty cool, too, but she needs to get to Cali. So you might skip Las Vegas. Sorry, people that are listening in Las Vegas. You might skip Las Vegas and just go straight to Cali.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man. Do you know anybody in those towns, or you're gonna get off that bus and say, "Here I am"?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get off and be like, I'm just gonna do my own thing out there. Definitely, Miami.
Man, you gotta have a plan, bro.
I know in Europe I'm gonna need some help out there.
Yeah, you got to have a plan. I mean, I'm not even in Miami anymore. I'm in Arkansas, Central Arkansas, Conway, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas. So I came here and I kind of slowed down. That's what happens when you get a little older. You start to slow down a little bit, but I still get to talk to people. I still get to learn from people, and I still get to put people's stories out there. Celebrity Mouse, you came from somewhere. You didn't start like this. You started at the bottom. Now you're here. As the great Drake says, started from the bottom, now you're here. And you want to get there. How much farther up can you go? Yeah.
Right.
So what's the plan on the horizon? What's the next 5 years? Or, the next 5 months for Celebrity Mouse? What do you want to do in the near future? And then in the distant future, where do you see Celebrity Mouse going?
So the next 5 years, like I just put out a song, what was that, 6 days ago, something like that. And that's like, I know I'm continue to put out music. You know what I'm saying? I'm always put out music.
Yeah, that's that Celebrity Mouse looking at me.
I think, yeah, that joke.
Then what's looking at me about?
Yeah, that joke got 200 something views.
Yeah.
But, that song was about, I mentioned my big brother getting 35 years in jail. I mentioned just like the fact that I'm from DC. I mentioned how much I party. It was just like that whole song. That was a quick song that I made. You know what I'm saying? That was just to put something out. But that's one of my favorite songs that I made.
And that's something that you put together in your own home studio, or you went to that other studio that you go to?
No, I went to the studio.
That's nice. That's nice that you have people that can record you, because it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to do it all by yourself, to be the guy with the headphones on, into the mic, working the controls as well. It's good that you have somebody to help you out with that. I mean, does it get expensive? Is it something that you get charged for? Or is it maybe a friend thing?
I wish the thing is, that's a funny question you asked that. I wish I had a home studio.
Yeah.
If I had one, I could just be like making hits right out of my, right out of my own. But instead I have to travel to the studio and record at somebody else's, and then they send the song to my email. But most studios mix and edit the songs for you while you're there at the end of your recording.
Yeah, it's amazing. What the things you could learn on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and learn how to be a recording. You can be a mixer, an engineer, just by learning some of the videos on YouTube, how to work different equipment. What kind of mixer should I get? What kind of interface should I get? What kind of microphone should I get? Do I have to spend the money on the SMB7? Maybe. This is a little treat. This is my Christmas treat from last year. I'm very happy about it. And before that, I was using a headset microphone, Audio Technica headset microphone, which is good for the gaming, but it's not good for, it's not quite as quality for this kind of work, for the podcasting. So, you'll end up, if you really get into it, you'll end up spending a lot of money to get the right equipment. But, for about $1,000, maybe 2,000, you can have a computer with a mixer, with a microphone, and as long as you're not deaf like I am, I'm good. I'm starting to get deaf, I think. After all these years wearing headphones and listening to loud music, as long as you got a good ear, you can mix it yourself. You've never mixed any music on your own?
No. I have told the engineers how to mix it though, like how I want the song to be, but I haven't actually mixed nothing on my own.
Well, like I said, it's still good to have somebody who is impartial to listen to your music, to listen to your beats, and listen to how you rap and how you lay your lyrics over the top. Now, do you sing or is it rap?
So I have 2 singing songs that I was singing. I was feeling emotional those days, and I don't know if you know who Owl City is.
Iowa City.
Owl City.
Okay.
Made the song Fireflies.
Okay.
So I used 2 of their beats. I used to listen to them a lot growing up when I was going through things. And I made a song. They had a song called This Is the Future. And I remixed it and I sung, over the beat, the way they sung. But I switched up the words. And then they have another song that Owl City called Air Traffic Jam. I remixed that and sung over the beat. But the Honesty song, the one that got 5,000, it got 5,100 views right now. I got about 20 comments on it, and most of the comments are like, man, this is the realest song I ever heard. This is so sad. And I didn't expect that. I was reading the comments like, what? You know what I'm saying? I didn't, but.
No, that's a power that you have, man. You can affect people with your music. People are feeling sad. They're feeling lonely. They're feeling like nobody knows how they're feeling. And then you come up with a song and bam, wow, I'm not alone. Right. Celebrity Mouse feels the same way.
Yo.
That's amazing, man. That's something you can do. Now, are you on Spotify as well and Apple iTunes? Are you in all that stuff?
I don't have it. I'm about to get on Spotify. iTunes, Apple iTunes. I should have been on that. I'm about to get on that. I should have been on that. Like, I really should have been on that.
Yeah, that's where people, you get that money. And then, the other way that people can support you is merchandising. Do you have, like T-shirts and hats and things that have Celebrity Mouse and maybe a logo on them? Maybe your face. What's up?
Yeah.
That people can buy something. They like your music. They spent that 99 cents on a song, but then they go, I got another $20 in my pocket. Maybe I'll buy a T-shirt or a hat or a bumper sticker. Says Celebrity Mouse on there. Help you get that advertising out there. Do you have one of those stores that you have out there?
Not at the moment, no.
All right, these are all ideas.
I do know how to make merchandise, though.
Yeah, these are all ideas, man. I mean, back before the internet, it used to be you have a groupie, like a band girl, and she would make T-shirts for you, for the band. Back in the 70s and 80s, and even before that, you'd have a bunch of little girls that would follow the band around, follow the musicians. Oh, we love you. We love you, Celebrity Mouse. We want to make some T-shirts for you and some hats. And they'd be sewing and they'd be making, putting glitter and stuff on there. And that's how it used to be. But now you can get yourself an online store and get that merchandise made a little more professionally. Although that stuff from the little girls, the little groupies, that was kind of cool too. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe you can get Andrew to make you a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Andrew, get to work. I know you hear me. All right, man. Well, hey, all right. You already told me how to get a hold of you on the Twitter and stuff like that. When people slide into your DMs, what are you open to? I know you're looking for management. Is that what you're wanting? Is people to get into your DMs and contact you and say, "I want to manage you"?
Yeah, that's crazy you asked that. The first time, this was when I first started rapping. I was rapping for like, I was serious about my music for like a year, right? But I was posting all of my stuff on Instagram. And one of the guys, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but I noticed his face in one of Wiz Khalifa Day to Day episodes, right? So I'm like, this can't be him. And I go to his Instagram, and it was him. It said work with Wiz Khalifa and all. I was like, man. And he was actually telling me to inbox him because he was trying to, I don't know if he was trying to sign me or what. He just said inbox him because he wanted to work with me. I never seen the comment because he commented under one of my videos. I seen the comment like 8 weeks later. And when I finally did inbox him, it was like too late. I was like, man, this guy's not even from DC. How do he even know about my music? That's when I knew I was in other states. And I knew I wasn't tripping when I recognized his face.
Yeah, because the internet is all over the world, man. You could find people all over the world. You never know. Somebody in Japan or Australia or Germany could find your music and say, hey, I want to do a show with you. I want to feature you in our festival over here in England or, South Africa or wherever, man. They'll want to put you in a show, and you got to weigh that out. You say, hey, you pay my airfare, maybe I'll go. And then you go, man, and you have an experience, and maybe you get paid or maybe you don't get paid. But, hey, and also, hey, what about you get a show in Paris? That'd be something cool. So you're open to that kind of stuff. You're open to people all over the world calling you up and saying, hey, I want to feature you, Celebrity Mouse. I want you to be in my show. When you get on stage, how do you dress?
I wear Hugo Boss. I wear like my pants. I like pants that's like very designed. Like I don't like plain pants no more, plain jeans. I like jeans with designs on them, pants with designs on them, a lot of pockets or something. Polo, I like wearing polo off and on.
See,
Henson.
That says a lot about you, man. That's a uniform. That whenever I'm DJing a show, I don't go in shorts and a t-shirt. I could. People wouldn't be upset about that. I'll go in my button-down shirt with my nice vest, maybe a little bow tie or a tie or something, and go out and do the show, man. They invited you to do their wedding. They invited you to do their prom. Dress up. They invited you to do a show. Dress up. Get to work. You're here to work. And that, I'm sure putting that Hugo Boss on makes you feel, time to get to work. Right, Celebrity Mouse? Absolutely, man. Man, I'm so glad that we finally got a hold of each other. It's been a little while that we were trying to get back and forth, man. I mean, there were a couple days I was talking to somebody else, and then you Skyped on in there, and I was like, I think he's ready to go, man. He wants to give a talking to. And I want Celebrity Mouse. I want everybody that's listening to this right now. I want you that are listening to this right now to go and follow Celebrity Mouse on all his socials. And, get yourself on Spotify, man, so they can, put you on their Spotify list, and get yourself on Apple iTunes so they can buy your songs. Hurry up. Get that done.
Definitely will.
Celebrity Mouse needs a manager. Get it, somebody that'll let him know. That way he doesn't have to talk to KeysDAN all the time about this. He can talk to somebody who's more professional in those matters and help him with his social medias. That way he puts something up every day and doesn't wait, 8 weeks? How long has it been? November 15th. That was the last time you put an Instagram post. Come on, son. Get to work. No, I know you're working, man. You're getting that music out there. 6 days ago, you put a song on YouTube. It's already got a bunch of likes, man. People are already listening to it. You got a following. You got here. Now you want to get up there, man, so you can pay your bills and and then possibly start a family and, make your mom and dad proud, right?
Right.
All right. All right, man. Any other avenues? Anybody else you got to give shout outs to before we wind this thing down?
That's about it, man. I want to give a shout out to my parent, man. He probably see this joint. That's where I started at, man. He my man DMV Situations, man. I haven't talked to him in like a year, but I definitely want to give him a shout out, and I want him to know that I see everything he's doing, man. 'Cause he's really progressing a lot. You know what I'm saying? He might see this. I'm gonna give him a call anyway.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to put all the links in the show notes just below. So if you want to follow Celebrity Mouse, I encourage you to do so. Follow him on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I got SoundCloud. Let's see. What else here? I guess that's it for right now. As soon as you get some more links, I'll put them out there. No problem, man. I'm happy to help you out. And I love, listening to your songs. I like breaking out new artists. I mean, you're not new, man. You've been doing this for quite some time already. You're just not as widely known as you want to be. All right? All right. I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. As time progresses, when you get to Miami, when you get to Vegas, when you get to California, when you get to Paris, you can give me a call, and I'll put you back on the What Makes You Famous podcast, and we'll talk about it, Celebrity Mouse. All right? All right. Hey, I always finish these things off with last words for the people. This could be words to live by, something you heard a long time ago. Maybe your mom or dad or your grandma told you something. Maybe something that you wake up and you look in the mirror and you say something every day, or just whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Celebrity Mouse, give the last words for the people.
So for me, I would say stay consistent, keep moving forward.
Oh my goodness, Celebrity Mouse. I thought I had a deep voice. That man's got a deep voice. At some points, it was difficult, man. His register is low, but his songs are cool. I like the beats that he uses. I like the flow that he has. It's really cool. It's really good talking to Celebrity Mouse. Oh my goodness. And what a cool dude, man. He's out there in Maryland, in the Washington, D.C. area, but look for him in a city near you, especially if you're in Miami or Vegas or California or Paris. Yeah, get that man to Paris. Get him to do a show out there in Paris. And if you're a record producer or somebody that can help to promote him, that's what we're supposed to be doing, is helping each other out. You make some money, he makes some money, everybody makes some money, everybody happy. And then he gets to do the things that he likes to do. And that's make music, entertain the people. That's a great power, lifting spirits and making people feel a certain kind of way. It's what you can do when you're a musician, when you're an artist, when you're a rapper, when you're a hip hop artist, when you're a trap star. Yeah, all that. Yeah, it's real good talking to Celebrity Mouse. Celebrity Mouse was in the house. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you would like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.